Hello you guys, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. And we're going to have a weekly tonight on our hands. The week is 11th to 17th of November, 2024. And the first thing that I'm always going to do in those live streams, that is going to be the collective reading. And the cards which I drew literally an hour ago for the collective are as follow. Now, the first one that I drew, that will be the moon card. And you can examine them for yourself if you wish to do so through the thumbnail of the live stream. They are posted there as well. So again, the first one, that will be the moon card. Hello, Yasmin. Welcome to the stream. I hope you do enjoy your time being here. Then what we have, that is a page of pentacles. Okay, so the moon card, the page of pentacles, and then the third one, that will be the six of pentacles. Okay. Hello, Christina. Well, I hope you do enjoy your time being in the live stream and being around. So it's a big week ahead, just as a Pisces moonbeam actually posted on the page. The thing is that with those cards, say influence or an energy, it will literally manifest in a very, very different ways for every single one of us. And the reason for that, it is because it's going to be very personal and very private for each one of us. So what do we have on our hands here? I will try to explain you the elements of dignities so you can kind of like align it to your own situation that you are currently going through. And the first element of dignity, that will be the page of pentacles and the moon card, those two cards, and this forms a passive friend. So what these cards describe, it is something like, I bet all of us have watched the Highlander movie, right? Where at the end, only one can remain. And with these couple of cards, that concerns the enterprises that we are currently dragging forward, that we are currently pushing forward, if you will. And little by little throughout this week, one of these enterprises, or one of these subjects, because it could be just a subject for some of us, will begin becoming more and more relevant, more and more important, more and more worthing our while, so to speak. And that will make us allocate more resources into it, and more resources into it, and more resources into it, until it becomes the only thing that we are going to care about, at least for the duration of that particular week. And the other elements of dignity that we do have here, which is the moon card and the six of pentacles, which again forms a passive friends, states nothing else but that the happening into the week, it is the happening that puts us into our righteous, or rightful rather, a place. Okay, so the aspect or the project or the subject, the undertaking, whatever it is that the page of pentacles and the moon card describe, that is going to be the one thing that is going to make the most sense for us, and that is going to make that is going to worth our while. It also going to be the thing that is going to place us at our rightful position, or at our rightful place, so to speak. And in such a fashion, we all should feel by the end of the week like, we are swimming in our own lake with it. We're swimming in known waters. It is a parable that we are saying here in our country, and it's we're exactly where we are, where we belong to be, so to speak. And even furthermore, the moon card, it is a card describing that what we are, or a part of what we are meant to experience when we were born. You know, when we are born, we have a certain destiny that means for us to experience something. Well, the moon card is a sign that that experience is pretty nigh, and this subject here that is gonna step up, that is going to glare into us, will be the subject bringing us to it. For some of us, that could be love. That may be the week that some of us realize that the subject of love, it is the most important thing that deserves our undivided attention, and throwing everything into it brings us to the love we were meant to experience. For others, it could be money. For third, it could be career. You know, that's why I say that this is a very, very personal thing. That's why I don't even want to begin to speculate how these cards could collectively manifest for all of us. So that was the collective reading, and as many of you that are following me know, now there are going to be 12 more readings, one for each star sign, and I'm going to run down the ecliptic, meaning that I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with Pisces, last but not least. And bear in mind that those are going to be readings for your star sign, so use that information as a guide rather than, you know, taking it as an exact answer to your personal situation. For a personal reading where your personal situation is going to be a subject of my tarot interpretations, you can go to my website, which link you will find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you can see a full list of my services and as well their pricing. Now, other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support us, you can just subscribe for the channel, like the video. That will help us a lot with our YouTube algorithm. And finally, if you want to support us financially, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The link for it, for the PayPal, you will find as well into the description down below. And anyone who does so, you guys are going to have a reading at the end of the stream. That is guaranteed, just like Taco did. Taco, thank you for the $22.22. Thank you, Taco. And as well, Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin. You both are going to have a reading at the end of the stream. Let me put you into the list. All right, so starting up now, the first star sign that I'm going to read for, that's going to be Aries. You can track which star sign I'm reading for through the glyph being displayed here on my right hand side. And currently the Aries glyph in display is displayed. Thank you, Susie. So let me shuffle now. All right, so for Aries, the first card, that will be the Three of Swords. Now the second card for the Aries reading, that will be the Strength. And the third one for Aries reading, that's going to be the Seven of Pentacles. It's actually, guys, you're going to be surprised. This is going to be a plunge for immersion, for a lack of better expression here, because that's going to be the week where, as more tough your situation is, the bigger the breakthrough. And that is one of the cases where Three of Swords is actually not just only benign, but it's very, very helpful for one's growth. It's because we do have some kind of a unique collaboration here in between the cards. Seven of Pentacles to the Three of Swords, that pretty much speaks for a disruption into a need for resources, meaning that you will have a lesser need for resources to achieve great stuff, Again, with the Strength card supporting the Three of Swords, that is when one knows exactly how to retaliate, how to act into a situation, and especially if their back is against the wall, this is where the wall is about to fall. So think of that situation where you think you are seriously pressed and almost there is no way out. That's going to be the week where you are going to find that way out. And the beauty of all that, or the best thing here, it is that your say enemy, your foes, your rivals, so to speak, are going to dig their own grave, making you tap into those reserves of power you haven't even thought you possess. Okay, so basically they will unleash the beast. Hey Taco, things are going fine, mate. At least as far as I can tell, unless something is kind of like cooking beneath the surface, things are going very, very well. All right, Taurus next. Three of Wands for Taurus. First card. The Sun, that will be the second. And Ace of Wands, that will be the third. It's an amazing week for Taurus. It's actually, you know, guys, throughout my career, I rarely see such a good alignment, because that's going to be the week where you Tauruses are going to get the opportunity, I will bravely say, you not just only deserve, but also the opportunity you need. So let me try to explain here how the week kind of like is going to evolve, so to speak. So think of the field of your life where you have accomplished everything that the stages offer. Say that is your career field, and you have accomplished everything that the position you are taking or you are occupying at work could offer to you. And in order to grow, you do need new position, right? A higher position. Well, that is the opportunity that you are going to be offered throughout the week. That's going to be very gainful opportunity that allows you to not just only learn and master new skills, so to speak, but also to experience a new heights. And this taking on this opportunity and diving into this new development will feel very, very natural to you as well. So not just only you are going to embark on a established patterns and foundations, but also you can, for your current undertakings, whatever expectations you do, you are not lying to yourself. I mean, those expectations happening. And on to top it all off, you will have a chance to take on a challenge that is a challenge of growth, not a challenge of problems. And one more specific situation that we do have within these cards is that, and I may struggle to explain it, but that is like burying the hatchets, okay, with a person that you are on the edge with, and the newly formed relationship, or the repaired relationship, so to speak, the mended relationship, will have a much higher purpose, for a lack of better expression here. So that is a week where almost everything is going to go very, very well for you, Taurus. All right, next, Gemini. Four of Wands is the first one. Judgment, it is the second. That's going to be a huge week for Gemini. Then we do have Seven of Pentacles. It's gonna be a big one because whether you know it or not, for many of you is going to be kind of like it would have seemed, because now I'm talking in past tense, very random, but at certain stages you have made some right decisions, although at that point they may not seem very logical to say your parents, to say your friends. Like, for example, quitting a job, and even you couldn't exactly pinpointed why, or living a relationship or whatever. Okay, even you exactly may not have been able to pinpoint why that was the case. You just felt that you had to do it, for example. Now, the result of those decisions are about to manifest throughout this week, and those are going to be results that will allow you to up your game, that will allow you to step on to the next level, so to speak. Like, for example, quitting a job most likely will result in far better job than the one you quitted. Quitting a relationship will result again in a much better one than the one you quitted. Or, for example, you have decided that you want to study something, okay, and you couldn't pinpoint why you decided to study that thing, and now this actually gives results because you find yourself a really good career path with whatever you have studied. So that will be the judgment day, so to speak, and the judgment for you is going to be extremely good. And the start that you will be able to make, is going to be much higher than your competition, because you will need far less investment on your behalf in order to enter into the game. Sagittarius is not designed to read health, so I do not read health under any circumstances. There is not a single card that describes health. All right, next, Cancer. And even if there is, I am not health professional, okay? And YouTube guidelines, which is actually very good thing for them to do, prohibits people that doesn't have a degree in medicine to speak about health whatsoever. Or at least that is what I read a few years ago with the updated community guidelines. They may have changed it, but I haven't read if they had. Okay, so Cancer, we do have the Hermit, first one, followed by Four of Pentacles, which is the second card, and the third card, that will be Justice. All right, Cancer, this week it's kind of like a fork, if I can put that metaphor here, because you will have a lot of callings, for lack of better expression here. What I mean is that there is going to be a sense that you do have a lot of responsibilities within this week, and that doesn't just only stops into the, for example, responsibilities to your children and whatnot, but say, if you will, anyone who asks you something, you will have that sense that this is your responsibility, and it isn't, right? Because throughout this week, the ideas of others, okay, and the ideas of that you aren't the main character into them. At least according to these cards, you do need to withdraw from those, not just only ideas, but as well goals, as well, say, criteria's agenda as well. That is a week where you do need to withdraw from all that, from the ideas in the agenda of the world, and find your own personal one. And if you do so, then not just only you will lighten significantly up from a responsibilities, and that means that you're going to have a lot of time for yourself as well, to pay attention to yourself, to basically improve your personal life, but also you will be able to make a very solid, not just only progress into your own personal agenda and goals, but to ensure their future as well. So that's why it's a fork. You may choose to basically dwell into everyone else's problems and neglect your own, or you can start working for your own personal well-being. And when I say your own, that includes your family as well, because your family is your own. Okay, so that was Cancer. Next, we have Leo. The Moon, 3 of Cups. Then we do have 7 of Wands. Now, I'm not an astrologer, okay, but I have heard about Leo's properties, okay, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Leo is quite a competitive star sign, right? I mean, I don't think that you guys are backing down of a competition simply because of your pride. And here Pisces Moonbeam may correct me, okay? Because that's a week where answering on a competition call, like someone challenges you and you answering that, will only gonna make your progression, if I may call it that way, slower. Now, this is what's going to happen throughout the week. There are going to be those people that are sharing your view, that are sharing your ideas, that are cheering out for you. And there are going to be those people that will try to kind of like deviate you from the goal. Through rumors about the goal or about you, through gossips and so on and so forth. So usually when we do have 7 of Wands, the advice is to answer the challenge, right? To just answer it, because otherwise things starts becoming unbearable. But here what we do have it is that this competition, for a lack of better expression, those challenges are their last resort. If you ignore these people, they can't do anything, not just only to harm you, but also to screw around with your possessions and with your goals as well. Only if you do answer the challenge and you involve yourself intentionally with them, only then they can actually alter your outcomes. Otherwise, they can't do a thing about your growth. So that's why it's going to be very important to just... what was the impression here? We are saying gnash your teeth, like, you know, squeeze really hard and just pretend that these things doesn't happen and just move forward. It was something about a bite, like make a bite or something like that in English. And you know, people say that you can't handle something, you know, well, yeah, if you think so, that's fine. I can handle something much better, something that you don't have any involvement into, and it's far better than the one that you are taunting me to go for. All right, so that was Leo. Next we have Virgo. And this is why I said that it's going to be a difficult week for Leo. So imagine, guys, you have been taunted as your ego is taken as a leverage. I'm sorry. So you may feel compelled to do so, while you shouldn't. You shouldn't answer those challenges. All right, Virgo, the Wheel of Fortune, it is the first card for you. Then it is the Page of Pentacles. And the third card for you, that will be the Nine of Wands. All right, so I may need a minute here, guys. And not Three of Pentacles, it's a Page of Pentacles. I'm sorry, it's a Page of Pentacles. Um, that's a week where you are gonna have once in a lifetime opportunity to make a change. Now, in what? That's going to be very personalized. You know, some of you may have the opportunity, once in a lifetime, the opportunity to make a change in their love life, others in their career. For some, it's going to be a big thing. For others, not that big. But the thing it is that you will have to deviate attention. So that's really something that is going to be a bit, can't really say stressful, but more like wry. So what happens here is that throughout the week you will find yourself being really focused into a development, whether it is a project development, personal development, hobby development, whatever, right? Super focused on it. And at certain stage, an opportunity will arise for a completely different narrative that does not overlap though. So this focus, this devotion that you do have about your job or about your love life, it will be untainted. It will be untouched by this once in a lifetime, like I said, an opportunity to make a change. So for example, you may be super focused into your career because it pays well and whatnot, and then you do have that once in a lifetime opportunity to change your love life for extremely better. And you will have to deviate an attention from your career toward your love life. And I'm not saying that you will have to put it on brakes, right? Not by a large margin. You will just have to be a little bit less involved into it, because wherever you will have the chance to make a significant improvement, to make a significant change, it will happen that you are going to be very, very attuned into it. That is also something quite unique for the situation. It will feel, I would say, natural to go through with the circumstances and with the change. From your perspective, it will feel like the circumstances couldn't align better. It's just, it couldn't align better. And that's why you will go through it with super ease. So you will not gonna have to deviate a lot of attention, but still some must be allocated into this chance of yours. All right, next, that will be Libra. The Magician for Libra, first one. The second card, that will be Nine of Pentacles. Now the third, Four of Cups. All right, guys. Hello, Ty. Guys, this week probably you will be asked. You will be asked to get involved. For example, to get involved in a project, to get involved in an enterprise, and it does look like that is gonna be something you will thoroughly enjoy. You will thoroughly enjoy because the whole process is gonna be like tailored for you. I mean, you're gonna have the skills, you're gonna have the knowledge, you will basically gonna kill it. And the plus side, it is that your performance is gonna build up a lot of sovereignty. So you're gonna build a name. The bad side of all that is that at least at that stage, and I'm saying at that stage, I'm not saying for a lifetime, at least at that stage is not gonna pay the bills. What I mean is that yes, you're gonna build a name, and so what? Right? It's just is not gonna contribute by any means for your future development where you find worth into. But other than that, you are going to, like I said, thoroughly enjoy it. So I can only speculate that you are about to find a new hobby or some kind of an activity which will, how can I put it into words, which are gonna make you feel more of yourself than anything else. And if you happen to date within this week, that is a very specific case for those cards. It is that most likely that the person that you're gonna happen to date with is gonna super much like you. I mean, and you are gonna like them as well, but the circumstances currently will not allow a relationship to flourish and blossom. So that is a, how can I put it into words, a situation like Romeo and Juliet, where they want to be together, but they cannot be together, at least at that stage. So this isn't for a lifetime. So if it happens that you do date throughout that week, you find someone that you really, really like, give the situation a time, at least a week. All right, next, Scorpio. Three of Pentacles for Scorpio, first one. Followed by Five of Cups. And the third one, that's going to be the Hermit. It's a strong week for Scorpio. So not much to be said. Aside from that, recent choices that haven't been executed fully yet soon will face support and understanding, through which support and understanding those choices that we made for ourselves currently but not yet executed will become much more bearable. And let's put it that way, the result from poignant will become thriving and enjoyable as well. So an unexpected help, an unexpected support for Scorpio is about to manifest throughout that week. And not just only that, support is going to make, you know, the tough choices where it's about a unnecessary loss into actually an acquisition and a win, but also is going to make us understand that they were the right choices. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a start for something big. Okay. All right, next, Sagittarius. Seven of Cups, Death, Three of Wands, all right. For Sagittarius, this is going to concern a loss that you have suffered recently. And this is a, how can I put it into words? I don't want to say natural loss because there isn't such a thing. More like, say you did your job and your contract wasn't renewed, right? So that's a natural loss. You did your own time, you did your own time, did the time you signed for, but you haven't been given more time, right? And you feel it like a loss, or a point where you know you realize that you and your partner will never gonna marry. They don't want to marry at all. It's not you. It's not personal, but you do want family. So you had to break that relationship and you feel it like a loss and so on. So for that kind of losses I'm talking about, not forceful losses like being fired, like being you know, ghosted and whatnot. And those places where you suffered a loss, where whether in career, whether in social circle, because you may have lost a friend, right? Whether in family and whatnot, whether personally, like you may have lost even enthusiasm, if you will, a new excitement is going to show up. Like, for example, a new job, a new friend, or a possibility rather for a new excitement, a new person to date with, and so on. And what you need to know about it is that you can't play it out like the old, right? The new job, you can't play it out like the old. I mean, you have to start from the very scratch. You have to start like that's the first thing in this field you have ever. But whatever you lost, you will regain. And the start is within this week. So that is for you, Sagittarius. Now, Capricorn. Eight of Cups. Justice. King of Pentacles. So we are talking about or the week is going to be focused for you for some unfinished businesses. Like, I don't know, the first thing that came to my mind, for example, things untold or stuff undone and so on and so forth. It is like finishing your deed, finishing your project, 95%. The majority of the work is done, and you will have to just, kind of like shape it up and finalize it up until the very end. The thing is that within this week, there are going to be a lot of other activities that will appear within your environment. And again, the compelling factor will come about not because they are going to be appealing, but because these 5% you will have to finish for you will happen to be the unpleasant part. Okay, and so what will happen throughout the week is that you're going to have the affinity to give yourself like excuses not to do it, and just focus yourself on the mundane stuff, or on the mundane responsibilities, or on the new enterprises that may appear for you throughout the week, which is going to be a mistake. Because even though 95% finished, the outcome is not going to be pleasant until you finish the last 5%. And the more you overcome that feeling of unpleasantness right now that it is, and you kind of like mobilize and roll up your sleeves, if you will, and get your hands dirty. I don't know what's going to take. Okay, but tie those loose ends. The more you do it, the better the perspective. So think of it like that. You have finished it 95%. You aren't happy with how it stands. Say you said 95% of what you had to say, and you aren't happy with how the person is reacting to it. All right? Well, saying the last 5% will actually change that. So it's very, very important to, like I said, to finalize those. I'm sorry about that. Finalize what you have started. Because, again, it's going to change the unpleasant state that it is right now into a much, much brighter perspective. Don't give yourself excuses not to do it. All right, next, Aquarius. Page of Wands, followed by 9 of Cups. And the last one for you guys, that's going to be 2 of Cups here. So a couple of things that this week is going to emphasize on Aquarius. And one of it is that you Aquarius will have to rely throughout the week on your own personal strength, so that it isn't going to be a week where you will receive a lot of help for the things that matter. That's one thing. And the other is that, how can I put it into words? The week is going to start becoming more and more dynamic for you, even more dynamic than of your liking. And that's the reason for that is because uh, a lot of new stuff are going to be thrown your way, like new activities, new people to interact with, okay, new projects, uh, new schedule, if you will. It's just there are going to be a lot of movement, a lot of things are going to move around, and the majority of these activities, they will feel uncharted territory, for a lack of better expression here. And you are going to find yourself being quite annoyed because at some point you are not going to have enough time to do stuff that makes you happy. Okay, so that is another narrative of annoyance here. Aside from that, that you can't rely on other people. But the reason why that's the case is because this is going to be the week where you will truly tap into how strong you really are and how much you can handle. Now, one more thing that I need to say to you is that you need to be very careful how you communicate throughout the week, because it will happen that the people that are involved with you in whatever, you know, projects, personal relationships, whatnot, especially children here, if you do have any, will be more sensitive than usual. And under normal circumstances, that there are things you can say which are on the edge. Here it may kind of like traverse the edge and insult these people, so you got to be very, very careful how you communicate with those that you love. Okay, and last but not least, that will be Pisces. King of Swords. The second card is Three of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. It is the third card. Alright guys, simply said, it does look like that you are relying on the wrong people, and some of the wrong people, right? Not all of the people that you are relying on or are the wrong people. And when I say rely, I mean on support, supporting you in at work, supporting you in your social circle, and so on and so forth. Some of them are the wrong people, and that makes the overall support index not the right index. But this is going to change throughout the week, because you're going to find exactly the people you need, through whom you can find solution to your concerns and your problems as well. And together, a very, very effective strategy is going to be created and concluded that will allow you to propel yourself through the ladder of the hierarchy. So that's going to be a strategy how to get a promotion. That's going to be a strategy how to become more relevant. That's going to be a strategy how to find love, for example. That will be, like I said, if executed, very, very not helpful, but effective strategy. All right, so that was for the 12th, and now the super chat. Anyone who supported and is about to support the stream financially through either super chat or a PayPal is about to get a reading right now. So the first one that's gonna do that, that's gonna get a reading, that's gonna be Yasmin. So let's check it out, Yasmin. Those are your cards, Yasmin, for the week. That this is gonna be a week of rewards and recognition for you based on I'd say more of your management other than anything else. And this is a management which help getting things in order, or a management that helped the collective to go through a certain crisis, and those rewards and that recognition will open new doors for you. Now, can I put it into words? A big portion, okay, of, I'm sorry of using that word, but I just can't find a better one. A big portion of your worthiness for getting those rewards and that recognition is because you followed some kind of a protocol, or some kind of a promise, some kind of a given word. And this will be the reason why you are going to have those peak of experiences that will concern all of your domain. And after you do get those rewards and that recognition, you will find having a bit more time for yourself and to actually take care of yourself a bit better. But it is also very important when you get them to immediately put them at work. Okay, I mean, invest that recognition, like this influence that the recognition gives you, or if those rewards are monetary, invest those money into something. You can invest them in yourself if you want to as well. That's not going to be a bad investment. But only the other thing that you do need to know is that while those results that you're going to get, which you're going to be rewarded and recognized for, they are not the highest you can get. So if you want even better, you can definitely go for that. All right, and next, that will be Taco. You're welcome, Yasmin. All right, those are your Lenormand cards. Taco, I need to know, do you made any deals with say a friend, or are you working with someone that is a friend of yours, something like that? Those are the cards. There are gonna be money coming in from that venue. Something like an investment that will ensure the deed being the deed being brought to its very end, okay? And that's gonna happen within this week. So yeah, in this regard, there is going to be finances getting in, because yeah, those are your 3 Lenormand cards, but I drew 2 more. Here, okay, which they read revealing success. All right, so we do have money, loyal companion, that is your social. That's why I asked whether that's a friend or whatnot. That it is revealing success. So there is going to be yeah, something like that, confirmed and solidified within the week, and that's gonna bring some finances. I don't know how big these finances are going to be. Let me draw a card on it. 3 of Pentacles. Enough, right? They're going to be enough for you to support you, okay? They're going to be enough to support you. So yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be the week of the deal, mate. I'm going to be very curious. I hope that you're going to keep me posted on it. You do have my email, of course. And yeah, I think, I don't know if it's going to be with your family, okay? Something like that small deal. I think that's going to be the case. But it does look like that it is about financial gains here through, like I said, a loyal companion, like a friend. And there is going to be an income. So I will be very curious, like I said, Taco, to keep me posted on it. So guys, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and we're gonna see each other next time. Until then, bye.